Just under 20 years I've been a real estate agent. What I do as a career doesn't define who I am as a person. You know, I think I'm a family man first and a husband. I love my wife passionately, like I would remarry her tomorrow if I could go back in time, which I reckon is a phenomenally great thing to be able to say. You know, I'm so proud of my 3 children. I'm a really happy person. I really am.
Oh, just an absolute delight. The last person you'd ever expect to be a real estate agent.
I sell around a property a week, which is pretty good. I think that's what differentiates me from most of the other agents out there in the marketplace, that I've had a fairly long and prolific career, and you know, I'm pretty happy with that. Which one's your room? Which one?
The master.
I was made an executor of a very large estate, and I had to sell 2 properties in Wallara. And I just found Tim and Elise an absolute breath of fresh air.
My job is to do the best I possibly can for my owners that I possibly can do, and I do that, and I do everything I can to be as caring and thoughtful and get the best results that I possibly can for my owners.
He's a very positive, upbeat guy, and that makes a difference too. And no bullshit, if you're allowed to use that word. I mean, that was the major thing. There wasn't this pretense that you get with a lot of agents.
570, 575, 2,580,000, 2.6 at the rear. 85, 90.
I think I have a really high moral compass, but it was a concern for me when I first came into the industry because, you know, I thought I had a high moral compass in an industry which has a very low moral perception. And so for me, I wondered whether that would work in my favour or to my detriment. I sold 43 properties in my first year, which was a phenomenal result. I don't know any other agent in the eastern side of Sydney that sold 43 properties in year 1, but I think it's worked in my favour, and people have come towards me because they find me caring.
Tim was just a gentleman who was doing his job, and I think did it extremely well, and always made me feel very comfortable and very relaxed, and that the right person was doing it.
My job is to do the best I possibly can for my owners that I possibly can do, and I do that, and I do everything I can to be as caring and thoughtful and get the best results that I possibly can for my owners. But you know, who I am is Tim Stern the person, and I hope people like me for who I am and choose me for who I am. I live in Bellevue Hill. I've lived here since the age of 18 years of age. I've started off living in Randwick. I love the area, who wouldn't? Being in the area and understanding that one street on one side of a particular road is worth more than another street, I think that's advantageous for everybody, that I know my area well because I've lived here.
I think the knowledge must obviously come from the amount of time he's spent in the industry. It's quite an easy experience simply because they lead you through it and tell you what they think works, and being the professionals, they were right.
If I look back from the beginning to where I am now, I'm really proud of my career and all those hundreds of properties that I've sold. Not one have I done the wrong thing by anybody, and that nobody's ever going to point the finger at me and say I did a bad thing, because I haven't.
I think Tim and Elise are just a tremendous team. I wouldn't hesitate to recommend him to anyone.